Whoa, easy on the hard R, okay? Ginjas.
Fucking gingers out there, all right? Looking at two of them right here. I think you're ginger. You're some part of it, anyways.
I got a little bit of
red in there.
some reddish brown
Some
thing in
reds
there.
going
I
on
don't know.
there somewhere. I don't know. Whatever. What part of the world are you from? Let's find out. 306. 307 reacts. God, I'm Matt. That's Chris.
Yeah.
You guys are the best audience in the world. On the screen in front of us, it is a band called Shokran, and the song is called Creatures from the Mud. This is the official music video. Now, this has a little bit of a backstory in that. If you didn't see our video from last week, it's our boys in As the Structure Fails. The song is called Osiris. Middle of listening to that song, or maybe after listening to that song, I can't remember. At some point in that reaction, we stopped and had like a cutaway. Me and Chris actually showed me this song in the middle of that song because they kind of are both about Osiris, right? Mm-hmm. And in him showing me just a few seconds of the song, I was like, we have to put that on the list. Yeah. It sounds so good. This is it's like these guys and As the Structure Fails are like right next to each other as far as I'm concerned. Like musically, like sound wise, they're running pretty parallel with each other. It's really, really cool sounding. Yeah. Didn't listen to the whole thing. We just listened to a snippet, and I was like, dude, that's got to go on the list. That's badass. So here we are. We're checking it out. So
here we are.
That's what's on the screen. Really quick, we're going to do just a small bit of news and for the channel for future things that are going to happen. I'm going to have Chris explain that to you. If you don't want to listen to it, there's probably a tag somewhere that shows where the video starts.
If you don't want to listen to it,
I mean, it's the internet. You can just move the bar if you want to, whatever. But if you do want to listen, there's some important stuff here. So we appreciate you listening. Here we go.
So the channel is going through a change. We have decided we want to live up to our fullest potential, as most people should.
Yes.
And doing reactions has been great. It's been a great 4 years. However, we're going to basically move away from doing reactions and focus more on our local community and getting bands in, getting them recorded, get them music videos, get them stuff to where they can go out and promote themselves and start doing shows. We started with a band 10 for 10, okay? They are the underdogs for sure, okay? 10 for 10 boys, okay? They have been the underdogs in town, and like we tried to initially go after the biggest band in town at the time, and they like, no, we don't need you guys. We do everything a record label does. Okay, whatever.
Fine,
good luck.
Fine.
Okay, they're no longer around. Okay?
They're starting again.
So
they're starting back up again.
That's how that's going.
Welcome to Casper Music Scene. This is how it goes.
But the underdog band, the two-piece grunge rock Nirvana-inspired band, is killing it. Dude. They're out on tour every summer, and they come home with money in their pockets. Okay?
As we're making this video right now, they're out on tour playing shows.
Yes.
I think they're somewhere in the middle of the country tonight.
Yep.
It's awesome.
They're out there doing the thing, and it just started with getting them into the studio and helping them produce something to market themselves. And Joey and John have done a great job of that. I understand there's a lot of people here in town that's like, oh, the band sucks, they're two-piece, they're whatever, right? But here's the deal. They're actually making a money off music.
Be as mad as you want be as mad as you want and hate as much as you want. Like they're doing the damn thing. You can not like their music all you want, but the fact of the matter is they're out playing biker rallies and shaking hands and they're a few steps away from like playing the Buffalo Chip at Sturgis because they're like they have met all the people and shook all the hands. Yep. And they're just two dudes out there doing it, and they're about to actually do it. So. Yeah. Pretty sick.
It started with us meeting in a dive bar, talking about, hey, bro, like, let's start with a single, let's start with a music video and see where it goes. Here we are, a year and a half, 2 years later, and they're out there doing the damn thing. So if we can do it with the underdogs in town, we can surely do it with some other bands here. Yeah. And we want the musicians in our town to live up to their fullest potential, so that means we have to live up to ours. Of course, what that process is going to look like, they're going to come in, record an EP or a single or whatever the case may be. And then once they're towards the end of that project, we'll be doing kind of a podcast-style interview, kind of, reminiscent of like the Joe Rogan podcast or Theo Vaughn, where we just sit down and talk to them. We talk about music or like whatever comes up. Yeah. Just so you guys get a chance to meet them. And then, hey, here's your stuff. Here's some advice. Hit the road, man. Make it happen. So we're super excited about it. This town needs it. The state needs it.
I'm so sick of hearing bedroom recordings in this town. And granted, I mean, this is technically a bedroom, but I'm talking like homegrown bedroom recordings where you're using bare minimal stuff just to get a sound into a thing. A lot of iPhone recordings around this town, and we need to change that. We have the equipment and the knowledge and experience to do that, so we're gonna do it.
Yep. It's pretty sad that the closest place a lot of people go is Denver,
Yeah.
4 hours away. So.
And pay a ridiculous amount of money. I mean, you get good product. Don't get me wrong. There's professional studios down there, but for the amount that you have to pay just in lodging fees and food and gas and travel fees alone.
And then, not to mention, they come back home and sell 5 CDs.
You get a box of 1,000. You end up with you get 10 boxes with 100 each, and you end up with 9 boxes left after you're done with your first run because you maybe sold 1 box.
Yep.
That's local. It's just being a small band. That's just how it works. So
Yeah.
why not just save a few bucks and do it here and get an equally similar product?
Yep.
And no strings attached.
And we've been doing the internet thing. We can give them advice.
Yep, that's true. That's very true. We know a thing or two at this point in the game. So that's it. That's all we have for information. There is a description in our description for Rich Bros Gaming. They're the ones that built my computer. Look them up on social media. They should have a Facebook or something set up at this point.
I hope.
You can find their name in our description. Get all the information there. These computers are amazing. Totally worth it. Highly recommended. Let's get into the video, shall we?
Get it.
Okay, this is Shokran, Creatures from the Mud, official music video. Ready to go. I'm so excited. Dude, those games are ridiculous, man. Look at those things, bro.
Alex has got some work to do.
Oh, dude, he's got some catching up to do.
Okay.
Explain to us.
Tell me, number one.
Yeah.
What is the drum doing there? Like, it's playing out of time, but still in time. Like, what the fuck is that?
He's doing polyrhythms.
Okay.
So polyrhythmic is anything that kind of goes against the beat, like 1, 2, 3.
Oh my
4,
gosh,
1, 2,
that hurts
3.
my brain.
Yeah, he's like doing polyrhythmic shit
Okay.
with ghost notes at the same time. So in between doing those little things, he's like doing little like minor taps and like little half snare rolls and like extra double kicks and stuff. Very technical drumming.
Yes.
Super technical.
Drummer's killing
Very
it.
skilled drumming. Yeah. So it's he's got that modernistic post metal feel to it, where it's just like I think now it's I don't know for sure, but I think this is like considered gent. It's like gent drumming kind of, because that's kind of like.
I know when I was introduced to gent the first time, I was like, dude, I can't. This sounds horrible.
It's like math rock, gent.
And then Ashton showed me this. And he's like, this is considered gent.
Okay.
And he's like, it's probably closer to something you would recognize. I was like, oh, okay.
Yep.
Like.
And now gent is
sense.
just getting wild. Like it's all this polyrhythmic ghost noting. It's super
Weird
cool stuff. And so honestly, something I should spend some more time working on, because I really would love to be able to like have that style of drumming.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things you have to spend. It ain't something that comes
Hours.
naturally. These guys spend a lot of time behind their kits working on these little rudiments and riffs basically on a drum kit and just making that happen. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Like, and then not to mention the guitars are just the guitar rhythms also, like to hear the bass go along exactly with a kick drum that's doing like this the bass just like doing all the kick drum.
God,
very, very talented dudes. Part of the reason I love As a Structure Fails so much, they do all of this stuff where they're just like super technical, and I just would love to get to that skill of playing, but I know that's another at least couple
10-15 years.
Couple years at best of me just sitting and practicing every day in here. And I just don't know if I've got the time to do that in my life, but I appreciate these guys for being able to and satiate my need for that kind of music. So
you're probably going to ask me what's going on here.
Yeah, explain the Osiris thing for the people that didn't hear it in the last one. Talk with my hands.
I have a pretty good understanding of like Greek mythology and Roman mythology, that type of stuff, as well as like Norse and Viking. When it comes to Egyptian mythology, I know a little bit, but basically this is the synopsis, if you will. So once you die, you go to Osiris, and he weighs your heart against a feather. So if your heart is like filled with hate or filled with bad deeds or whatever, then your heart's going to be heavier than the feather, and then you get tossed to, the abyss or what. Like, a lot of people had some different, I'm sure there's like a standard belief of this is where you get tossed to, but in this scenario, you get tossed into a pit and you get devoured by the creatures from the mud, which is typically like a crocodile type monster, because Egypt had a lot of those just in the river and shit. So Basically, they're going up to receive their judgment.
This is Judgment Day, right? That's essentially what's going on here.
Yep.
Either you did good, you done good, son, or you didn't make the cut.
That's it.
What is it? You've been court-martialed, as they put it in Helldivers 2.
Helldivers.
Been court-martialed. Okay.
Didn't make the cut.
Yeah, didn't make the cut.
Sorry, bro. So, yeah, so that's what's going on
That's
now.
basically
so
it. Yeah,
they're
so-
going to weigh their hearts against a feather.
Here we go. Yeah, dude. I can't really ever find one, you know?
That bass spin, so good.
Knock it off! What? Are these dudes American?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I literally only know this one song by them, and it was showed to me years ago.
I just want to check really quick. I don't know if it'll say their description or not, but
This is
look at all the names that helped him edit and stuff. I'm guessing these guys maybe aren't from here. Look at.
Yeah, Russia maybe.
Yeah.
If I know.
Yeah. We have tour dates. Just really quick, we can cut.
Yeah.
You can cut and split this wherever we need to, but I just want to see. I just want to look. Oh, come on, let me in.
Look at tour dates from like 7 years ago.
I just wanted to. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I guess. Oh yeah. I guess maybe if it was a updated link, but yeah, probably not. I guess because it's old. But anyways, yeah, okay. So maybe Russian or something. Someone, you guys might tell us. We might make a couple new followers here. Maybe we won't.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll come over and be like, I hate the way you do your reactions, kind of like some other
Perfect.
people do when they come over here. But we appreciate you being here anyways. And maybe you can let us know where these guys are from before you go.
Yeah.
Or maybe you can stick around and hit the subscribe button. That'd be great either way. So you know what I mean. But yeah, I just was kind of noticing them and like just like they don't seem American. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be like nationalist or something here or whatever. They just
To be fair, an American sticks out in every country they go visit.
Dude.
Like I could go to Canada, sure. I blend in, I'm white like most of the population, whatever. They could still pick me out and be like, that's an American.
I think it was the bass player that did it for me. Not just the giant earlobes, but like looking at him, looking at like his bone structure and stuff. I'm like, he looks like he's not from the United States, or maybe he lives here but not.
Or maybe they're
born
like
here or
from the
something.
UK or something. Like
some sort of descent. I don't know. But either way, I just wanted to check. This is amazing.
great.
Let's keep going. And you can kind of hear it in their voices a little bit. What's that rhythm? Oh no! Uh-oh. Dude. Okay, Shokran. I see you guys. Let's see. Let me take a look here. 49,000 subscribers. What?
Yeah. Oh God, that was 9 years ago,
Yeah.
bro. Holy
yeah,
shit.
Yeah. How do they only have 49,000 subscribers?
Yeah, they're
That's
good.
crazy, dude. These guys are like very, very good.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know, man. Have they posted anything new?
Film Gods, by the way, also video production. Woo, boy,
Nailed
that was pretty tops as far as videos go, man.
That's tops for today's standard.
Yeah,
that
like
was
that,
9 years ago.
That holds
that's
up.
Crazy.
That still holds up. It's pretty wild.
Okay, so 10 months ago,
10
new
months?
album. Okay.
8 days ago. This is probably just a lyric video, but
Yeah.
here we go. Drunken with Blood. That was a year ago.
Yeah.
It's like their most recent thing.
So I mean, they're kind of acting. I guess that makes sense.
Let me
but-
just. You're gonna hear this in the background because
Yeah.
it's an OBS now. You don't have a
Right.
choice anymore. So.
Damn, son.
Well, they're still heavy.
Yeah.
They're still heavy. Wow. Yeah, I was that whole time I was thinking, I was like, I really need to show this or ask if Jason and like Alex have heard of this band.
Yeah.
Because this is really good inspiration for what we're doing. This is not that's crazy. That sounded so good. The video production was awesome, dude. The guitar riffs are crazy. Like they're so technical. Drummer's wild.
Yeah.
Like you guys need to come to Casper and you can't come through Casper because you would scare everybody away. Like all the local bands would be like, "Oh, I don't want to play with them. They're gonna make us look bad."
Good.
And really, honestly,
good.
that's why we need you to come through. Because like, man, bands here could learn a thing or two about.
Yeah, there was a lot of bands upset which by the way, shouts out to Ashton. Okay, Ashton was the one who showed me this. He is the drummer for Not Green Day. Okay, Not Green Day came to town, played a show, and boy, there were some bands upset because they got a little outshined, okay?
Yeah.
By a little, I mean a lot.
A lot.
Okay.
Meaning no one was moving at all for the first two bands, and then they got up there and the whole room fell
I
apart.
have never seen a mosh pit in Casper, ever.
Really?
Unless it's like at the event center, it's a major band. Okay, but as far as small venues go, there's a lot of heavy bands in town. Not one mosh pit I ever see break out. Then a Green Day cover band comes, and fucking Matt and Alex hop in there, start bumping around, and then all of a sudden, mosh pit city, bro. It was I've never seen
Me
it.
and Alex had a lot to do with that. That's for sure. We both looked at each other and we're just like, all right, let's go. Just started going in there, just pushing people around. Then before you knew it, the whole room opened up, and it was
crazy.
That was the rest of the night. After it opened up the first time, the pit just stayed open. That's a big deal for a Casper crowd.
That's a big deal for our town, yeah.
Just to get a pit to open up once is a big deal. You get that thing open, and then when you stop playing, the pit stays open until your next one, and then it just starts going again.
Yeah.
You got the crowd. You got them. Like, and they really came through and nailed it. So, yeah.
No,
Shokran 5 out of 5. Insanely good, dude. So good.
It's so great to see Lunchbox sitting in the back.
Yeah, I think there was a couple people that night that were a little poopy pants about what was going on. Like, well,
it's supposed to be a big reunion show.
Sorry, maybe get good
Get
and then
good, bro.
Get good, and then people will do that when you play.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally all I can tell you. I can't tell you anything other than get good. And then
How long have they been playing? Well, okay.
oh,
Like I know they've been on and off like 9 times.
Yeah.
But like, let's say from the beginning to like the last show they played last year,
consistently,
like, what, 8 years.
dude, way more. Maybe more like closer to 20.
And I haven't seen like one album, not one music video, not a fucking single.
We won't.
That's what we're trying to change
Because
here,
they're
folks.
a Casper local, and that's just like what they do. They just like, oh, we come out every now and then and do our thing, and then we go back into hiding. And it's like, what a weird...
We hang out for 3 years and come back for a reunion show.
what a weird way to exist as a band.
Oh, my God.
Just go into hiding. We don't want anybody to know who we are or what we're doing. Like, wait, what?
Huh?
That's literally how you sell your music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy.
All right, whatever, your choice. Welcome to
man.
Wyoming, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we're promoting to change that. Hopefully we can get some bands to open up to the world of social media and figure out how to do this kind of stuff on their own.
Yeah.
And then go run your page, go be successful, go do your thing. Like, we're just trying to set you up for success here.
Yep.
And you know, the product you get out of here does not have to be an end all be all.
Yeah.
You can take that product and take it to someone else and have it mixed and mastered by them. Completely different guitar tones and everything.
Yeah.
All you need is the waves, and then they
Yeah.
can go and do whatever they want with them.
Yep.
And so this is not an end-all be-all product. This is just a product that's like, it's going to get you, it'll turn heads.
And I tell you, as far as the end-all be-all for 10 for 10 has been working.
Dude, it works out
Like-
great for them. Like
a song that Matthew produced in the studio for 10 for 10 plays on the radio regularly in Sturgis, North Dakota.
it's a thing.
That's crazy.
You got radio airtime in Sturgis.
And then during Christmas, we had radio airtime in California, our cover of Mary Did You Know?
Yeah,
the rock
yeah.
cover.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
So there's that.
We've been on the radio a couple times. Like, what do I know? I'm just some bitch.
We're just some bitch,
Like-
dude. Yeah. Shokran.
5 out of 5
5
for
out of
Shokran,
5.
man.
Way to go, guys. Keep
If
it up.
you guys enjoyed today's episode as much as we did, be sure to leave a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, click the bell, become part of the notification gang, and we'll see y'all next time.
Yeah.
Ow.